What up, fellas? It's Ty. Welcome back to the channel. We discuss all things prostate and prostate cancer related. If you're new here, welcome to you. If you've already been here, maybe watched the video, or even liked and subscribed, I appreciate you. So I need you guys to buckle up today because we're going to have the uncomfortable conversation. Some of you are going to scroll immediately away. Some of you will not believe that you are still watching and taking this information from another grown-ass man. And I understand. So today we're going to talk about pads and underwear. Some of you, when you leave and you're going through this process, you're going to need to wear a pad because of your incontinence. And the way that it's set up is that I don't want to talk about any specific brand, but the ones that I used, there was 3 of them. The first one was a small daily pad that you could put in to catch any drips or anything like that, or anything that kept going, or just in case, you didn't finish all the way. So I call that the small pad. There's a thicker pad that goes in, and that thicker pad holds more. It's more comfortable. It kind of gets in there, and you can actually feel it, and you'll feel more safe, especially if you are passing a lot more than most other people, or if you're having a bad day. That one I used to wear on the plane, just in case the restroom was, occupied or whatever, just so that I felt comfortable. The third one, I'd be lying if I told you it didn't look like a pull-up. It looks just like a pull-up, an adult pull-up. Don't have any seams on the side or anything like that, but it looks just like an adult pull-up. So that one is for overnight, or for me, it was for overnight. You could wear it during the day if you're having really bad incontinence. For all 3 of those, you're not really going to see them when they're in. As long as you put them in appropriately, you're not going to see them in your clothes. All right, so don't walk around thinking that I'm not going to wear that thing. Listen, put it in if you need it. Put it in if you need it. All right? Nobody's going to know it's in there. It's between you and whatever it is you got going on. But be caught with it and not without it. So, what I want to talk to you about is, once you get the pads, you need to figure out where you're going to get them from. All right? So, determine whether or not you are strong enough to go in the store and get them. Have somebody behind you to, with your pads, or call your online providers, have them sent to your house. Nobody will know, they're in the box. Take them out of the box, put them in the room, but make sure you have them with you wherever it is that you're going. Put them in the car, put them wherever you need, because you're going to need them. You're not going to know when you're going to need them. But again, once you had the prostate surgery, when you got to go, you got to go. And that is a problem. So, once you've signed it and got your online provider and you are out there clicking the button to get them to send your pads to you, go ahead to the section that says underwear and click on briefs. You're going to need some briefs. Now, I don't mean the little small ones. I mean the regular briefs. They come in all colors. They're not just tighty whities anymore for all of us that had moved on to boxer briefs. But they're not. So you could buy those, but you need to make sure that that pad fits flush in there the way that it's supposed to. Now, again, nobody tells you how to put that thing in. It's not something we've ever had to do as men, and it is trial and error. I would be lying to tell you that I know how to do that, or I knew how to do that, or that I could explain it to you. I cannot. I also know that there was no way in an HE double hockey sticks that I was going to get anybody to show me. Figured it out on my own. You do the same. Now, the reason that I'm telling you to get some briefs is because if you have boxer briefs, you 50-50. If they're cotton, your pad may stay in there. Now, if they're not cotton, it's not going to stay in there. If they're older underwear, it may not stay in there. You may find a circumstance where that pad doesn't really feel flush, and you look, and that adhesive is stuck to your penis, and you got to peel your penis up off of it. It's going to be really uncomfortable. Not something you're going to want to do a whole lot of. So make sure that you get the briefs or some newer cotton boxer briefs. Again, it's 50-50. Nylon, anything else, it's not going to stay. As far as boxers are concerned, well, they're not even in the question. I mean, it's hard enough to, after your boxers get a little older, to keep your penis in the hole. much less to keep this pad on there and actually keep it from you using the restroom. Don't do it. Don't do it. Eventually, you'll get better. You'll get back to being able to wear what your preference is. But in the meantime, if you get some briefs and put the pad in there flush, and no one will know what's going on underneath your clothing, and you will feel confident that if something happens, you are already prepared. Again, it's not an easy conversation to have, but of course, we need to have this conversation because everybody isn't prepared and nobody really gives us any information to really show us this. You have to figure it out on your own. And unfortunately, I've already been through it. So if you haven't, here's a tip. If you have any other tips for these individuals, go ahead and put it in the comments section if you have any additional information that you could provide for this. But again, I'm trying to create a community here where we could share information because nobody's talking about it. And if nobody is talking about it, there are a bunch of people that are going through things that have no idea how to fix this or what's going on or why what they're doing is not working. All right, so we need to just share the information and just give it to everyone so that it's out there and that people have access to it. Hope this finds you well. Peace and blessings.